Letaba is one of my favorite camps here in the Kruger National Park. It's set in this beautiful treed setting, lots of big trees around, lovely and shady. There's a beautiful pool. Campsite is really nice and neat and clean and tidy. So I do think that for me, Letaba is one of the nicest older camps within the Kruger National Park. Really, really beautiful. So our route today is going to take us down the H1. We're then going to take this little S46 onto the S44, which we're going to follow all the way around the river to Olifants camp, where we will then check in. We are staying here tonight at Balule. So from Olifants we'll head back on the road, stop at the lookout point, carry on down, and there's a new little loop here called the S147, which we're then going to take up, and we'll come into the back of Balule from that. So that will be our route today. So we've had a very slow day up from, down from Letaba to Olifants. Saw very little, some nice kudu, and that was about it. But it is incredibly hot. It was peaking at about 40 degrees just a few minutes ago, so I think it's far too hot for any of the game to be out and about. We are now at Olifants. We are going to check into our site at Balule for tonight, and then we're going to go sit on the deck and have a toasted sandwich. We've arrived now at Balule. We got here at about 3:30. As you can see behind me, we've set up camp. We are now settled in for the night. We're going to get dinner on the go in about half an hour. We had a long day on the road, traveling down from Letaba. We took our time. It was an incredibly hot day. Temperatures reached up to 41 degrees. As a result, we didn't see a heck of a lot of animal. But after we checked in at Balule and reserved our campsite, we went back out on the road. We travelled down the H1 over the Olifants River down towards Satara, and once the Mapani had stopped and it opened up into more sort of scrub grassland, we did start to see a lot more sort of plains animal, I guess, giraffe, zebra, wildebeest, etc. But for the most part, quite a quiet day. We're hoping for a little bit more excitement tomorrow as we make our way down towards Tsendze and Maroela. Fried onions, potatoes, bacon and boerewors is what we are having for dinner tonight. Good morning. It's just gone 5 a.m. We got up at 4 o'clock this morning, packed up camp and left Balule at about 4:30. We are now on the banks of the Olifant River at the lookout point, and it's turning out to be a glorious day. We've just had a beautiful sunrise, amazing colors in the sky. We're going to head down south today towards Satara and Maroela, where we are spending the night. We are stuck in a Kruger traffic jam. Big herd of buffalo blocking the road. I'm not sure how long we're going to sit here before we get to pass. We just stopped for a picnic breakfast at Nw'anetsi picnic spot, and now we've come down to Swaney Hide to see if there's anything interesting. It is very quiet here, not many people, even less animals. We saw a pod of hippo sleeping in the water, but really other than that there's not much going on here. So now we're going to head down the H6 towards the H1 and then up to Satara, and make our way down the H4 towards Tsendze and Maroela. Here at the top of Krans on the H7 on the way to Tsendze, and there are 4 lion at the bottom of the cliff with a kill, looks like a wildebeest. Quite a unique sighting, being able to stand outside the vehicle at the top of Krans and watch the lions with their kill down at the bottom of the cliff. Relatively successful day in the bush today. After seeing the lion on the kill at Krans, literally 5 minutes down the road, we found a leopard in the riverbank, in the riverbed should I say, lying up against the bank in the Tsendze River. So that was quite nice. There were 5 or 6 cars who were looking for the leopard. One guy had seen the leopard walking through the riverbed and seen it coming towards the bank. So 5 or 6 different guys were looking for it, never found it. We were lucky enough to find him as we came along. So all in all, a good day. So we've had an absolutely brilliant day in the park today. We left Balule at 4:30 this morning, drove down via Nwandzi picnic spot to Satara, and then across to Balule Gate, where we checked in at Maroela. Now looking forward to a good afternoon, good evening in camp, and then early start again tomorrow, 4:30, as we drive on south to Skukuza. What an amazing sighting. It's 10 to 5 in the morning. We've just left Maroela camp, and literally 1 kilometer outside of the camp there was a pride of lion on the side of the road. There must have been a good 20 or 30 of them. Plenty of cars around. We didn't get the greatest view to begin with, but then we managed to get round to the front of the queue, and as we did, the pride got up and started walking down the road, and we've just seen 30 lion crossing the road from the one side of the bush into the other. Absolutely brilliant. been to the park so many times and I've honestly never seen cheetah in the Kruger National Park. Now having seen them twice in one trip is really quite special. Just arrived at Malelane picnic spot. We are going to have a bite to eat, some bacon and egg rolls, and then we'll continue heading on south towards Skukuza, where we are spending the night. So this is our campsite in Skukuza. Nice in the shade, very pleasant. We are here for 2 nights. Unfortunately, we will still have to pack up the tent and reset it up again tomorrow when we go on our game drive. But this is our spot for the next 2 days. Good morning out so far. We've had some wild dog, 2 sightings of wild dog, lots of elephant, a couple of buffalo, plenty of baboons, and then the usual zebra, giraffe, wildebeest, etc. But it's been a very pleasant morning. We are on the route down towards Lower Sabi. We've just stopped at Nkuklu picnic spot for a bite to eat before we carry on our adventure. Grey and dreary day as we leave Skukuza at 5:15 in the morning for our last early morning game drive of our trip. Last night it started raining at about 1 o'clock and it hasn't stopped since, so we've just packed up our tents in the rain, got absolutely soaked, everything is wet, everything is damp, so we are going to have to unpack it all when we get home to dry it out. But for now we are on an early drive. We are going to see what we can see even in the pouring rain. We are approaching the end of our trip, coming up on Malelane Gate. All in all, it's been a fantastic week in the park, having come in at Pafuri Gate 8 days ago, slowly making our way down south. We stopped off at all the major camps on the way down. We had some amazing sightings, 5 or 6 separate lion sightings, 2 separate cheetah sightings, 2 separate leopard sightings. We had 2 groups of wild dog yesterday, and loads of different antelope, elephant, giraffe, hippo, etc. So it really has been a fantastic trip. Weather-wise, not too bad, mostly hot and sunny. We did have a little bit of rain. We had more rain last night in Skukuza, which meant that we had to set up or break up our camp in the wet. So when we get home we are going to have to unpack everything and put it out to dry. But as always, being in the park is an absolute pleasure. We've had a wonderful time, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. We will see you in the next one. Cheers.